All right, so this little video here is to show you what I've created over the last couple days. Faraday sheet, Faraday tape, and a little Faraday pouch for cell phone, charging your cell phone. I've also created a ground wire, took an old 3-prong wire and basically ripped out the positive and the negative out of this other end here and then just taped it up for aesthetics more than anything and wear and tear, and then put a alligator clip at the other end in order to ground out this sheet while I'm charging. Pretty standard iPhone charger, right? There's the end on her too, and an iPhone. So I'm just going to plug this in and show you what's up. I've also got a reader here. Got this online. I want to say probably 40 bucks. And what it does is it checks out your electromagnetic frequencies, shows in what I believe is volts per meter, if I'm not mistaken. So just coming over top of the cell phone. I got to do it upside down here just to make it work, but just to come in on the reading here. So nothing really major as the cell phone sits there, right? For voltmeters, I got like 9 volts per meter. You can see when I do touch it though, when I'm grabbing onto the device here, right, I'm acting as an antenna as well, and I am grounded. So some of this is actually going through my body as we speak. But the major thing comes down to when you go and you plug in your cell phone, right, for charging it at nighttime and it's beside you or what have you. So I'm just going to throw that in there and we will see what happens here. I'm just going to lay that back on top here. You can see a big spike there as soon as I threw that on there. Right now that I got some juice going through this guy too, I will try and do this one-handed. Might have to finagle it in there a little bit, but okay, as soon as I plug it in there, it's not even all the way in. There we go. We're up over 600, right, which is really bad. If I find the sweet spot on the phone too, I've had it up to 1,000, right? There's 800, 900, right? And I know the numbers are upside down there, but if you can spin your head around there, you'll be able to see that. So that's huge. That's what's going through your body, especially when you guys are holding onto your cell phone while it's being charged as well, right? In the middle of the night or something like that, or there's over 1,000 there with me holding on to this too, right? So that's a lot of juice. I'm just going to set it to the side here. It should go down because the front of the meter is where it's actually reading from the very top end, right? So if I go in and stick my finger on, it should go down to 0. Yeah, there you go. Right, there's still some juice floating around in the room. As I come up to the power cord, there is a lot of juice flowing through just the cord itself, right? And then you saw when I put it on top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my little pouch on here that I created. Again, trying to do this one-handed here, but just to hold on to the camera. Don't have a fancy stand for it or anything. So if you just make the pouch, what you're going to notice here is that the pouch, when it's not grounded by itself, acts as an antenna, and it actually makes it even worse, or yeah, basically increases it. So if I come over top here, again, we're in the 600, 500, right? Me holding on to it too, I'm up over 1,000. So it's about the same just by putting on this little Faraday pouch. The big thing that makes a difference though is when you actually attach the ground. So bear with me for 1 second here. Just going to throw that ground, right, and a little alligator clip, and watch what happens as soon as I clip this baby on. Right, so here comes the ground, and boom, watch the numbers drop right to 0. So that's the biggest thing about these. You can get these sheets online for pretty cheap. The tape there too. I've also made one for my son's iPad as well. I made it bigger so I could tuck the cord inside too, because the cord's got a lot of juice going through it. But like I say, hey, there is the proof that if you ground your Faraday pouch, you are not juicing yourself. Peace out.